The HOA thought pointing a gun at my son would scare him, but they had no idea he was a trained CIA operative. That moment flipped their world upside down. It started on a quiet afternoon. My son had come home for a short visit, looking forward to peace after months of classified work overseas. He was out front adjusting the mailbox when an HOA patrol car screeched to a stop. 3 board members stepped out, led by their self-appointed security officer, a man known for taking rules way too seriously. They claimed my son was tampering with community property. Before my son could even respond, the man pulled a handgun and demanded he freeze. But what the HOA didn't know, what they couldn't have known, was that my son wasn't some confused homeowner. He was a trained CIA field operative with years of experience handling high-risk confrontations. The moment the weapon appeared, my son shifted. His posture straightened, his gaze sharpened, and the quiet professionalism he carried into danger zones across the world snapped into place. He raised his hands slowly, not out of fear, but out of control. His voice stayed calm. "Put the weapon down," he said. "You are escalating an unnecessary situation." The HOA officer sneered, clearly unaware he was standing inches from someone who trained federal agents. In a single controlled movement, my son stepped aside, disarmed the man without injury, unloaded the weapon, and placed it safely on the driveway. The entire sequence took less than 3 seconds. The HOA members stood frozen, their authority shattered. Neighbors poked their heads out of windows, phones recording. The security officer suddenly looked less like a leader and more like a child who had just been caught playing with matches. Police arrived shortly after, and after reviewing footage, the HOA officer was taken in for brandishing a weapon illegally. The board tried to backtrack, claiming miscommunication, but the truth was out. My son didn't brag, he didn't shout, he didn't threaten. He simply told them, "Next time, use your words, not your weapons." Since that day, the HOA has never raised its voice, let alone a firearm. My son returned to his assignments soon after, but the neighborhood still whispers about the moment the HOA learned what real discipline and training look like. They tried to intimidate him, but they had no idea who they were dealing with.
I am Liam, and trust me, the next HOA story is even worse. Subscribe now.